Welcome to the Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl. I am the messenger that brings you the lesson for today. And I thank you all for subscribing, liking, and sharing my videos. It gives me that encouragement to keep putting out these lessons. Of course, they are timeless, so it doesn't really matter what day you listen to the message on, as long as it fits with you. And please don't try to make the message fit. If it fits, it will, and you'll know. And let's see how this goes today. Feeling a little excited. Yesterday was a good lesson. Had a good time with that. So thank you, Spirit, for teaching us, protecting us, keeping us safe. What is the lesson for today? Ooh. King of Swords. Well, he is calculated. For one thing, he knows exactly what he wants to say when he has to say it. The lesson in that, in this king, is finding the balance with the truth and discrimination. There is a matter of timing as well, because saying the right thing in the right moment gets you what you want. But there's a question of being fair and speaking the truth and cutting out lies and identifying the truth through the lies. This king has something to say. He is honest. And he is discerning. But above all, he is fair. He brings in the balance. There is justice that follows his words, his acts. He is committed to doing things right, in the right way, at the right time. What we would have to take from him as an example is to stand up for the truth. Feels like a revolution or something for some. It is a collective, so we'll take everything. You take it. You take what comes, because I can only give you the message. And I look at this king and I see he is upholding the law. He's following the law, not necessarily the laws of man, but the laws of nature, where what you give, you get back. And it is time to decide who gets what as a fair share, because you can have a lot of conversation, a lot of people that you talk to, but you don't necessarily put them all in the same category. You have some people that you can say certain things to, and others that you just can't mention other things to. And I think that is the discernment that we need to take away from this king. Fairness. Knowing what to say to whom and when to say it. Seems straightforward, seems very cold and cut, feels very dry. This lesson, very straightforward, because that's honesty, being straightforward, being able to say things without a hidden agenda, and if there is an agenda, following the agenda, at least to the point where there's fairness on all sides, at least striving for fairness. Forgiveness is the tool. Okay, the Princess of Cups. Well, Spirit is giving us this tool of being able to give as much love to the self. First of all, being honest with the self is the only way you can be honest with others. So funny that this card comes up again, but like I did say, messages come as random, and they are repeated. Lessons are repeated, tools are repeated too, as well as gifts. It just depends on how it fits. And this Princess of Cups is all love and beginning and ending and all that's in between a relationship, a true relationship, what a real relationship is made of. And I think there that the honesty, to be honest, comes from the tool that Spirit gives us, as to be able to identify what truth and what true love really is, because this urn here is representative of the Ace, and in that cup is all the love that we could possibly give. Asking for forgiveness or offering a pardon to someone who has done you wrong, or if you've done someone wrong, asking for that forgiveness is the first step to achieving the balance, because that's what he represents, bringing things back into balance, making it fair for everyone involved, and not taking no for an answer, because it's the truth and it hurts and it cuts, and he is not afraid to use that sword. So having forgiveness, love, backing up, honesty is pretty much everything. What Spirit is giving us, doing for us, is the Two of Pentacles. So things are out of balance, so that we will understand that they are out of balance, and at this point we choose to use our capacity to love to bring things back into balance, because we are geared to go towards the truth. The Two of Pentacles here is it's a painful position to be in, because of, again, it's polarities, the two, but it has the same connection to being in balance. So seeking to create balance for that which is out of balance. So Spirit puts us out of balance so that we can exercise our ability to put ourselves back into balance. Here you would look for how your day is shaping up. If it's out of balance from the beginning, it may fall out of balance during the course of the day, or even come toward the evening. The lesson doesn't apply to a moment. It is in this day. It could come in another day. You may not feel the repercussions of this lesson on this day, is what I'm coming to say. But any kind of imbalance that you would feel is put in your path so that you can recognize that there is an imbalance and work towards bringing it back to balance. This is a mental lesson, so you may find that you go inside to get your answers, being that it's the swords. This is an act of imbalance, so you pretty much be like catching yourself doing things that you would say, oh, wait a minute, did I just do that? That would be the simplest form of this lesson, putting things back into balance, or recognizing and noticing that you're out of balance for however it affects you. It is relating to work, so you may find yourself stumbling a little bit and making mistakes and kicking yourself or about to kick yourself, but don't put yourself in a position of, it could be stress that's making you forget, it could be fatigue from staying up over your bedtime, because that happens when we go through huge changes, huge shifts. We become out of balance by our actions because our mind is out of balance. And finding the truth, or seeking the truth, it ultimately brings back the balance. If you know that someone has been lying to you, manipulating you, sit with the reasons why, and you will find the truth. If you're able to confront and have a discussion through affection, through honesty, creating a platform of honesty and clarity, that is how you bring balance back into the relationship. Otherwise, you're seeking for ways to end the relationship because you don't want to be out of balance in a relationship. It doesn't last. It just doesn't last. Today it seems a lot of conversation is recommended. But before you can speak your truth, you must think it. You must feel it. You must go within and find where the imbalances are and what your contribution to being put out of balance, if it is a relationship or if it is on a personal level, if something is not, you're not able to feel right, like you don't feel right, you don't feel like things are going the way that you had planned, then take a step back and review your contribution. What have you done to affect the balance of things? And you'll find that it comes in forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Don't kick yourself. Forgive yourself. Say, oh, it's okay, I'm just a little tired, if that's if that applies. But if you're working with machinery and you're doing less sleep than you should, then yeah, that would cause a huge imbalance. And a lot of self-love is required there, where you say, okay, I need to take a nap before I start working, or take a nap after you work. That way you feel refreshed in between. But give yourself that understanding. Give yourself that loving care, because this is a huge part of bringing balance back into relationships, whether it's on a personal level or a group that you're working with. You know, things have shifted. Some of the members of the team are out of balance because they're not doing their fair share. Well, it's how you communicate. It's how you express that imbalance. If you use it in a positive sense, where the unfairness is brought to light in a in a way that you can get the team to work differently if it is with a group, then use the positive. Use the positive. Look for that love for the project to bring in the balance. Like, everybody has to have an equal ground in order to have balance. If it is on a personal level, where it is within the self, your self-talk. Talk to yourself honestly. Sometimes you have to say things that you don't want to hear, and better you say it to yourself than have other people say what you don't want to hear to you. And the gift, again, another ace. Wow. This is beautiful. And it's the Ace of Cups. So it's a confirmation that very loving conversation is to happen for this king. And it doesn't mean it's only for men. It is the ability to take control and be responsible, whether you're a woman or a man. We all have the energy of kingship in us, whether we are male or female, as we do for queens. The kingship is the control, the authority figure. The queen is the nurturing and mothering figure. So yeah, we all have both sides within us. It is a question of being able to share and have that love. Again, the twos have it. 1 and 1 and 2. Then there's 2 and then there's 2. So balance is the message here. The lesson is in how to bring it back. The bottom of the deck, we have the Sun, which is clarity. It is ultimate happiness. Enjoying telling the truth. Having that love, that self-love. Creating a relationship out of it. Because this is building a relationship from the bottom to the top, and then starting all over again, because this is the epitome of the harvest, where you've worked and done everything to make this relationship from beginning to end, and then when you harvest the fruits of this relationship, it is bliss. It is pure bliss. And that's Ace. Again, it's potential. It is everything. It is coming to the abundance of the 10 cups, because having the first is everything. If you don't have the first cup, then the other 9 won't follow. It's a question of giving and sharing and receiving and exchanging, balance, keeping the balance of things, of relationships, of business, of emotions. Very, very balanced. And the way the cards are flowing, it's all 2s. So tempering. And here we have the justice, the sensuality, the fairness, the sensuality, and the wisdom, the loving sensuality, and the loving fairness coming from this princess, the page. She brings the message of truth through the sun. We have we have another ace. Oh my. There is reciprocity here. There is satisfaction. See the 9? The 9 come to the 10. It's funny I mentioned that right off the bat. But it just means that there is satisfaction. Pure bliss. You know, yesterday I said somebody's getting married. Well, I think a lot of people are getting proposals in some form, because this is just a victory in happiness. It's like the ultimate happiness, the sun. This is equal give and take for the imbalance that had happened. We have the 8 here. What goes around comes around. So someone did someone wrong, and we're finding it in ourselves to forgive, which is the ultimate bliss and happiness. Forgiveness is everything. Once you practice forgiveness, starting with forgiving yourself for whatever you think you should forgive yourself for, if you keep kicking yourself, turn around now and start forgiving yourself. Instead of saying you shouldn't have done that, think of the reason in the moment you made the decision and accept that you made that decision, because satisfaction is coming. It's not far. I mean, we have these 2 aces right here, so close together, and here is representative of another ace, you know, and it is the Ace of Cups. So balance is everything. Coming from a sense of lack, weren't good enough. This is a message where I was so happy yesterday, and following happiness there must be some sadness. So think on forgiving yourself first, and then balance will come that you can forgive others. Accept your responsibility for whatever argument you may have caused or been a part of. Accept your side of that, because it takes 2 to tango. So it's a lot calmer and a lot very straightforward. So let's do the oracle message for this lesson. And again, it's very straightforward. I feel quite calm, actually. Nothing exciting. But forgiveness is something that you need to do on a quiet level, where you go in and you mull over whatever it is that, you know, you were a part of, or what someone else did to you. Sorry. Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson today? Thank you, Spirit. What is the oracle message for this lesson today? I had a bit of a coughing fit. Sorry about that. I'm all better now. Maybe that's somebody having trouble getting what they need to say out. The truth. Oh boy. Take it as it resonates. If you're having a hard time, don't rush. Just be. Think. There's a lot of thinking with these swords. Especially the king. He has to think everything over. And then over again. And then over again. It's very hard with emotions. I guess that's why we have all the cups. Oh, we got the card. And it's our maiden. Oh boy. So the oracle message is our maiden. Demand what is yours and take back what was taken. Reclaim until you've gathered all of you. Yeah, she's no nonsense. She's no nonsense. Again, demanding what is yours, the truth. Speaking your truth and taking back what was taken from you is not easy for a lot of people. And that tower moment message yesterday, it backs this up. Like, really, she showed herself 2 days in a row, and now today she falls out of the deck. It's inevitable that things are going in the way where we are standing up for what we believe in, who we are, and we're not playing games with our lives anymore. It's a huge shift in self-respect and self-love, and a lot about the self. As you see, it's individual, bringing back the balance, happiness. Everything here relates to the self and one other, or others, but one in particular that is connecting to others. She's singular here as well. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have honey. This is, again, relating to how you speak, how you give your message. You catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So being able to stand up and claim with an assertion, being assertive and respectful for the self and then others, that's the beginning. That's the lesson that we need to apply here. The consequence is in how you get that. And how you get it is through the love, through being sweet, being... Let me read that. Oh boy, look at what happened there. Honey, the sweetness of you swells in the grace of your pull. Oh, so beautifully lethal. There is somebody out to get another. It is obvious. When the Wildcat card comes around, it just says to beware, use your instincts, know that people you may be speaking to have an agenda against you. They either are jealous of you, or they want what you have. Or when the Wildcat comes, it tells to be aware, use your instincts, know that who you're talking to, be careful what you say, because your words may cut and harm them and you may not even know about it. Think about what you say before you speak is another lesson here. Especially with this card coming out. Because it just means that somebody is lurking around you that wants revenge, or then you rub them the wrong way without even realizing it probably. So go back, see where the people that you may be falling out with or have fallen out with, and check on how you approach them before you look at how they approach you. Because the give and take, if you are kind and generous, then maybe this person wants to take advantage of that kindness and generosity that you have, because they think that is your weakness. You see, you have to be able to flip things around, again, with the balance, to bring in balance. Being misinterpreted and misunderstood creates imbalance. Standing up for who you are, what you believe in, and controlling your behavior creates a balance in the self, and it projects onto others that you are dealing with a balanced person, is what your message would be when you project that type of balance in your life. Well, take it as it resonates. This lesson moved a little quickly again. The swords are quick, mind-wise. I thank you for sharing my videos, and I appreciate your likes and your subscriptions to my channel. It helps, it encourages. Again, I am super excited at the end of this lesson to do another one. I will expand into other readings, but for now, send me your request for reading through the email in the description box. And love and light until our next message. And don't worry if you don't get the message, it comes around again.